Hello! Hello, everyone! How's everyone doing? Hello. If this is your first time streaming with me, my name is Moxie. Moxie Toxin, to be exact, but I go by Moxie. I am today streaming a game called Doki Literature Club, as suggested to me by one of my human friends. I don't know anything really about this game. I don't know if it's like a dating sim or like a friendship sim, or it looks like a dating sim. You know, I'm not sure. It looks like one of those novel game things. Hi, M. I'm so happy you're here. So I've never really heard of this game actually, but it looks cute, it looks cool, it looks like some humans that I would hang out with, I think, if I went to some kind of human Catholic school. I don't know, they're Japanese school. Okay, let's just get into it, I guess. I'm gonna hit new game. Enter your name. Okay. Moxie. That's easy enough. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That's embarrassing. That kind of sounds like me, but oh well. Aw, M. My day was good. How was your day? I missed you guys. I didn't get a lot done today, actually. I don't know. I just kind of laid around. What did you do, M. Let's see. What does it say here? Oh, that girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long? We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently. And I would get tired of waking up. Oh my gosh! Your dog took a poo beside you? An actual poo? An actual poo? Oh my gosh, that's ew. Oh no. Why did your dog take a poo? Did you not take your dog outside to go poo poo? You gotta keep your dog regular. You can't just like not take your dog out for a poo poo. M. That's not good. You gotta take your dog out. They just really had to go. I don't know. Aw, poor doggy. Poor doggy. What kind of doggy do you have? The kind of doggy that can't hold his poo-poo. I took the dog out before going to sleep. Also, it was melted poo? Melted poo? Melted poo? Oh, a husky. Oh, then that was a big poo-poo. That must be like a human-sized poo-poo. It was given to us and I don't know why. Oh no. Poor little husky. Gotta go poo-poo. Aww. Poor little guy. I hope he's okay. I hope he doesn't have diarrhea. Anyway, so on that note, of diarrhea. Let's see. Oh yeah, I'm playing this game. So this game is called Doki Doki Literature Club, and I'm just narrating whatever it's saying now, and so yeah, I hope you go along for the ride with me. I'm just gonna read us all a little bedtime story, or a nap time story, if you will. Okay, let me carry on where I left off. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently. I'm getting a little, I feel a little attacked by this. What's wrong with oversleeping? No such thing. No such thing as oversleeping. And I would get tired of waiting up. What an impatient person. If your friend needs sleep, then you just wait for them. But if she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again! I feel ya, sister. I feel ya. Oversleeping. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Attitude. Attitude. Ah! You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Moxie. That's so mean. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Well, I guess I'm a mean character. I think that's what she would sound. She looks like she would sound like this. That's Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled, with other students making their daily commute. Speckled. By the way, Moxie, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did, in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Wow, I sound like a dude. Am I a dude? I sound like a disrespectful dude. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. This is hitting a little close to home for me. Was this suggested to me for a reason? Like, is someone trying to tell me something? Like, do I not have any social skills? I guess I don't have any social skills. Oh no. Okay, moving on. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. The heck is a NEET? What is a NEET? Am I supposed to know what a NEET is? What's a NEET? You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. All right. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promise, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Me. I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? Glee Club. Glee Club sounds like a good idea. I can bust a few notes. More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. Whoa, I'm in school now. I'm in a classroom now. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. Gee, wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that have been nice? Let's see. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me. Oh, you don't need to wait up for me if it's gonna make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Well, you could come to my club. Sayori. Sayori. Yeah? She's so clueless. She's just like a clueless, airhead friend, I guess. There is no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. Ooh, sick burn. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club, like all the cool kids. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. What is this girl thinking? What is the plan here? What if I absolutely did not come? What would be the backup plan, Sayori? You can't just go through life like this. What are you going to do when you get a big girl job? You can't just promise your boss something and then not deliver. Come on now. I should not go and teach her a hard life lesson. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Wow. Now you got the whole club involved in this elaborate lie that you're going to bring somebody. Don't make promises you can't keep. Exactly. Yep, my words exactly. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, exactly, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. Cunning? No, there's no cunning here. She's just an airhead. I let out a long sigh. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yay, let's go! Okay, we're going to the club. Found me in the club. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. You know, I would, if I had a soul, you know, being a demon and all. Like, cupcakes are pretty good. And if I had to get a cupcake by selling my soul, I would do it. You know, having a soul is overrated anyway. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs. A section of the school I rarely visit. What flavor cupcake? Well, I would assume chocolate. You know, chocolate is, I think the only, like, chocolate or, like, yellow cake, you know? Or if there's some flavor of cupcake out there that I haven't tried that's just mind-blowing. Any of those, really. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. Eh? I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Look at my bosom. Look at my ample bosom. Sayori always says nice things about you. About moi? Oh, that's so nice. Seriously? You brought a boy? So I am a boy. I am supposed to be a boy in this. I just knew it. Only boys can like anime, right? Whatever. Way to kill the atmosphere. Okay, pink hair girl. Whatever. Ah, well, what kind of voice am I supposed to do for girl number 3? Moxie, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. Oh, where's escape me in this situation? This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Oh my gosh. Cute girls. Wait, what was her voice? What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. Gosh, it's hard to remember all these voices. And it sounds like you already know Monica. Is that right? What was her? Oh, yeah. That's right. It's great to see you again, Moxie. Monica smiles sweetly. Ooh. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Well then, okay, got it. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. I'm such a nerd. Come sit down, Moxie. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. Sayori. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Who will I sit next to? Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Yep, that's probably what I would do. I would just sit next to the person that I know. Or if I'm feeling bold, I'll just be like, hey, I'll sit wherever I want. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Wow! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Aww, that's so cute. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. How cute. So cute. Which one is this girl? I had no idea you're so good at baking, Natsuki. Sass Club's here. You better calm that sass down, Lunar. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious. Wait, am I saying the right voices now? I don't remember. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances at my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. That's how I eat a cupcake. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. What? Why are you thanking me? It's not like Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? Is this real? Is this a real game right now? Why was this recommended to me? Okay. I thought you technically did. Sayori said. Well, maybe. But not for you know, you dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole you keep a it's hard to keep track of the voices. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a she's like Marilyn Monroe. Doesn't a hot cup of tea okay. Doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. What was her voice? Oh yeah. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least enjoy tea. I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me.
So, what made you consider the literature club?
I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so...
That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Oh, she kind of sounds like... she kind of sounds like a big old orange Tito. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Gosh, what am I, a stalker of Monica?
Ha ha ha. Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream.
What was her voice? That's just kind of annoying. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important.
Gosh, Monica talks a lot. It hurts my voice.
I am confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone?
Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Yeah, making out with me. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Moxie, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga, I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Ooh, she likes manga. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. For some cute girls. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Aww. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. Ooh, sexy. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Like making out with cute boys named Moxie. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. What? That was out of left field. I've been reading a lot of horror. What? That was way out of left field. Okay. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Yep, that's how most people feel about me.
Really?
Oh, Monica's back.
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you.
I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind.
That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud! And give that back!
Fine, fine.
Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. Whoa. Stranger danger. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Is it just me, or is like all this conversation like vaguely sexual? Deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have
writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for Yuri. It's in the subtext. Yeah, no, it's straight up in the text. It's straight up in the text. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay. I have an idea, everyone.
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even.
Hi, I'm that. Yeah, let's do it.
Plus.
I'm very proud of my voice acting in this. I was not aware of my capabilities.
Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Moxie?
Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem.
Monica. Oh, yeah.
What's that?
Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club, you stupid girls. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All 4 girls stare at me with dejected eyes.
But...
Which one's Yuri? Oh, yeah. But, I'm sorry, I thought... Moxie, you all... I'm defenseless against these girls. Oh no, they better hold me down and make out with me all at the same time. I was bribed with cupcakes. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. WTF? What? What did I do? I'm defenseless against these beautiful girls. Is this stream age restricted? This is very PG. I think this is very PG. Is this too sexy? Is this way too sexy? I'm sorry if anyone out there is getting offended or watching with their babies. Sorry, I'll tone down the sexiness. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. She's wrapping her arms around me and jumping up and down. All right. Hey. You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed.
Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club.
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note.
Just turn off the filter. I think we're all legal age here. Is there some kind of filter? No, it's okay. This game is not dirty. This is what I was told. It's just a happy, wholesome, friendly, PG game.
Everyone remember tonight's assignment.
The subtext.
Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks over at me once more.
Moxie, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Moxie, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? Ooh, let's walk home together. That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. sure, might as well. Might as well. Yay! I'm such a douche. Why am I such a douche? Are all guys supposed to act like douches to girls and they're just supposed to be like, oh my gosh, I love you? With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Oh, I bet it does. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Oh my gosh, what a horrible situation. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Or all of them at the same time. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. What will my poem be about? Oh, I'm gonna write it. It's time to write a poem! Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Okay. I guess I was supposed to pay attention to things that they were telling me. I like the purple-haired girl. The one that sounds like Marilyn Monroe, because her voice is easiest to do. Pleasure. Let's see. Which one will the purple hair girl like? Well, she said she likes horror movies. So I guess... Oh, and she said she liked fantasy novels. I guess I'll go melancholy. Oh yeah, haha, I'm winning. Okay. Misery. Bouncy? What? Bouncy. Let's see. How about misery? What? Let's see. We'll go with pain. What? Why does she like pain? Ooh, climax. Parfait. Ooh, Starscape. Yeah. After image, disoriented, headphones, lollipop, promise, inferno, lucky play, hope, incongruent. Let's see. Why do these two look sad, but she looks happy? I don't like her. I don't like that one. I guess let's go with hope. Oh my gosh. Fantasy. What? I am incarnate. Let's go with aura. Yes! Why is she still sad though? Let's go with... Ooh, lust. Lust. Let's go lust. Yeah! Nice. Okay. Let's try... milk. Covet? Yeah! Passion. I think passion. Which one is Yuri? The one that I like? A daydream. I don't even know the girl's name that I like. Isn't that sad? I'm such a douche. I'm such a douchebag. Purple haired one is Yuri. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to make Yuri sad. Let's say, Daydream? Oh my gosh. I don't like that girl. Landscape. Essence. Haha, boop. I think... Let's go with landscape. Yeah, I knew it. Why isn't she happy yet? Eternity? Yeah. Why isn't she happy? She's always sad. Why is she always sad? Virgin flower together. I think she would like together. Ugh. I think she's just shy. Oh, she's always like that? Okay. I guess that's better. Let's go with Crimson. Yeah. Let's go with Death. Oh no, I should have known better. Let's go with Beauty? Treasure? Ugh. Frightening. Yeah. Horror. Yeah.
Hi again, Moxie. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha ha ha.
Nah, don't worry. I should just talk like a douchebag. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Moxie. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. Is there a set gender for... Yes, I'm a boy. I'm a boy. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Moxie always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps with busy work without me even asking, like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I'm so jealous, I just want to make out with you, Moxie. I might be a little jealous, it's so true. I'm so jealous, let's make out. How come? You and Moxie can become good friends too, yeah. Yeah.
Sayori, huh?
As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing.
What is it?
Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. All right, here's my boobies. Here you go. Here's my boobs. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. I picked it up at a 3rd grade reading level fair. And we could, we could, discuss. Yeah, we could discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book that you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them, okay? I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go because I'm such a cool, macho douchebag. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about, anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. She doesn't even know. She doesn't even know what it's about. She's like, I just bought 2 of these books and I try to seem like I'm smart. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Oh my gosh, am I being indoctrinated into like some religion? Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's the Illuminati. It's about this girl in high school who joins the Illuminati and moves in with her long-lost younger sister who is also in the Illuminati. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange because of like the Illuminati and stuff. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from the Illuminati, from a human experiment prison run by the Illuminati. And while her life is in danger from the Illuminati, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her You're like giving away the entire book. You said you didn't want to give it away, but you're like explaining the entire book already. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. Well, that's kind of dark, isn't it? You already made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere, as it usually does with Yuri. She's usually just like, I like reading fantasy, boo boo boo, and then she's like, horror. Ah. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. How do you gently giggle? Is it like, is that how you gently giggle? Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Moxie? No, it's not that. It's just that I thought you were having a stroke when you were giggling. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Oh, okay. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. They suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. That's exactly how I feel about Kylo Ren. Yep, Kylo Ren. Played by Adam Driver. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Like, should she be worried about losing my interest? Like, why is she trying to impress me so badly? Like, she's a hot girl. Like, why is she trying to impress me? Like, she can literally just, like, stand there and impress anyone. Like, I don't get it. Well, I guess it's alright then. I just want to please you in every way possible, and I'm so sorry if I don't. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I just kind of forget to pay attention to other people, and I take off my shirt and I wiggle my boobies around. I just wiggle my boobies all around, and I just can't control myself, and I don't pay attention to other people. I just can't control my boobies. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange, like boobies. And please stop me if I start talking too much, because everyone knows a woman should only be seen and not heard. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading, and I'm explaining this to you like you're a kindergartner because women are stupid. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, we should make out. I might as well get started reading it, right?
You don't have to. Oh my gosh, have I displeased you, Master?
Ah, what are you saying, you dumb girl? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Oh, yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive, as you do with most things.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything with my super good looks.
Alright.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over, quickly. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry. I was just...
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? Have you ever met an anime girl? That's all they do, is apologize, and blush, and giggle.
I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean...
Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. Oh, they're going to read together. Okay.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Ooh la la. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here.
Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry.
I think I got a bit distracted there for a second with my boner. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? Like you don't read at all? Like you never learned how to read? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer.
It's so sexual. It's so sexual. Like, is this what we did when, like, we were teenagers? Like, we just, like, everything was so sexual, like, and everything meant sexual things.
It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. Whoa! Intimate exchange! Oh no! We got a clip. We got a clip, people. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri? This might be a silly thought, but do you want to get naked? The main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
You think so? How does she?
Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms.
I see.
Yuri remains silent for a moment.
But Moxie, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. Oh, that's so embarrassing that you think that.
Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I didn't know if you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute.
What are you saying all of a sudden?
Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long.
Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought.
Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this.
It's not. It's fine.
Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you?
I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way.
In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know?
That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time.
All right. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with?
I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Of course, Yuri! Of course! Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. Most experienced. Okay. I can trust her opinion to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten.
Exceptional.
What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but ends up covering her whole face. Ooh. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? I'm sorry. Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I did recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for, you stupid idiot. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. A very simple poem, you stupid, stupid idiot. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback because you definitely need it. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Okay, this is called Ghost Under the Light. Let me read it as her. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Wow, it's about her in the bathtub. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. I was thinking about you in the bathtub. My ending soon. I'm probably gonna end at... Yeah, I'm probably gonna end soon, and I'm probably gonna end in about probably like 12 minutes or so. I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Yeah, girl, because I don't know how to read. Remember? We established that before. I don't know how to read. Oh, well, I just don't read script very often. What is that, handwriting? I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
Eh? That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. Like, I could really see you in the bathtub. Like, you know, like I just imagined you in the bathtub.
It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, suppose, because you're so dumb and you probably wouldn't be able to understand something more, you know, for smart people.
Huh? Fall Guys? Oh, I have no idea. That must be a glitch or something. No, my title should be Doki Doki Literature Club. Uh-oh, I messed up. Sorry to confuse you. I messed up. I didn't change the title. That's my bad. I'll change it. That's my bad. I messed up. Sorry. Okay, back to the naked bathtub poem. Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Hoo-hoo. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Moxie, you stupid idiot.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive.
Eh? It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so...
Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Moxie.
Why for me? Like, do it for yourself, girlfriend. Like, do it for yourself. Like, you don't have to impress a boy with your beautiful poems. Like, write poems for yourself. Girl power. Me too. Who should I show my poem to next? Let's do Monica.
Hi, Moxie. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way...
Doing that low voice makes me yawn. Okay.
By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Moxie. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
Great job, Moxie. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical.
I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. Isn't that the truth? Oh. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. Wow, what a lazy douchebag.
Ha ha ha, that's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it, but just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. Never really asked though, because I don't care, I'm not her friend. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet.
Oh, that's me. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet.
Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. Like, making out with 4 chicks. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things, like make out with 4 chicks. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything, because you're a boy and we automatically love you. Ah ha ha.
Oh.
Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way,
I see. Well, let's read it then.
Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film left me out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in.
Whoa, that's pretty deep.
So, what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right kind of person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. It was a hole in the wall. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
Oh my god, this is really sexual. Like, I feel like she's talking about masturbation. Like, she's talking about, like, she's masturbating. Is that just me, or is that, like, it's very sexual? An epiphany, you say?
Yeah, something like that. Kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other.
Yeah, that's kind of a personal thing to talk about.
Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Oh. I'm so tired. Okay. Well, I showed my poems. Monica with some actual advice. Yeah, that was some good advice, actually. I agree with that advice. I think that's some sound advice. But I think I'm gonna leave it here for tonight. Sorry that I misled you with the title and I wasn't playing Fall Guys tonight. I was playing Doki Doki Literature Club. I think it was kind of fun playing Doki Doki. I think it was kind of fun playing Doki Doki. I really enjoyed all the characters and stuff, but thank you for watching, M. Dot. Yes, I'll always stream and I'll always share what I think about it, and I don't know, this one you were entertaining. Thanks. I think this is kind of fun to do all the voices and stuff. A bit sus, excuse me. I did the best that I could. Thank you very much. You need to tone down that sass. You still haven't gotten rid of your sass. Which, when you come back to my stream, I need you to be sass free, okay? You need to be sass free, 100%. I'm not gonna put up with your sass anymore. Anyway, I thought this game was really sexual. This game was so sexual. I know it's a dating sim and stuff, but it's it got really descriptive with their shoulders were touching, and she wrote a poem about masturbating, and come on now, that's pretty spicy. That's pretty adult stuff. Well, anyway, I don't know if this game is appropriate for the kind of channel that I want to have. It was a lot of alluding to sex and stuff, which I don't mind, but I don't want to alienate a younger viewer. I want everyone to be able to enjoy my channel, and I don't want anyone to feel oh no, that's too sexual. But anyway, I thought it was fun. But it was very sexual. Okay, guys. Well, I'm gonna sign off for the night. I am so sleepy. I'm just so tired. I'm just gonna hit the hay right now and cuddle my doggy, my hellhound. Did you guys know that I have a hellhound? Her name is well, I shouldn't tell you her name yet until I introduce you to her. I'm going to introduce you to her at a later time, but she's so cute, and she's my sweet little hellhound puppy. Okay, good night, you guys. Love you. Sleep tight. Don't let the zombies bite. Bye-bye.